Hey everybody, and happy Friday from me and Dr. Bird. So as many of you may know already, hopefully realized by now, I've talked about a few times in my videos, I'm a feminist. I've talked about gender issues for a while and everything, and I often find that I get accused, because I use this label, of of believing or supporting or not supporting XYZ thing, especially increasingly from the MRA community. So I thought I would take a few minutes today to bring up a few of these most common trends of things that I get accused of. So let's start from the top, shall we? Chivalry. I want equal treatment from day one on the first date. I don't expect a guy to open the door for me, pull out my chair, or cover my dinner or whatever we're going out to do. I'm not some delicate flower that needs taken care of and a man to come to my every beck and call. I mean, especially chivalry in itself is such a one-sided, gendered, sexist idea, and I'm very, very anti-chivalry. I get really frustrated on the paying for dinners thing too. I would much rather go 50-50 with you or take turns back and forth. Chivalry, no, don't like it. No. Flirting. So flirting, I think is okay. Very pro flirting. I will say though that if someone is flirted with and they don't like it, they have no right not to be offended in that regard or not upset by it. What I will say that they do have the right to is when they turn people down and say that they want left alone, is to not be harassed and not continue to be pursued after they say no and go away. Custody. Custody issues in the United States are really, really sexist. I'm sure it's this way in other places too, but they stem back to these patriarchal ideas that women are better caregivers than men for somehow. It's very, very inherently sexist. So what happens is when there's a divorce or a child involved, the woman will almost always get the child because of these ideas, whether it's right that they do or not. And so I am very much not pro that system. I don't think that women are any better caregivers than men are, and that, I don't want to see a father not get to see the children and then get stuck with paying a ton of child support. That's not cool. And likewise though, yes, the father should pay child support, but also so should the mother. If the father is the one that winds up getting custody, the mom should pay child support too. It's a two-way street. But yes, our custody system sucks. It's very sexist and awful, and I think dads should go to see their kids. Maternity leave. So this is one I don't see why there's such hubbub around this. Yes, I think women should get maternity leave, but that being said, I think men should too. Circumcision, not for it. Male or female, doesn't matter, period. If in the future the kid wants to get circumcised, more power to him. It's such an archaic religious bullshit thing that's gone on forever that has really no evidence of actual medical benefit. So, no. Male jobs. So what I say when I mean male jobs are jobs that traditionally have been held by men. So whether that's a police officer, a firefighter, or the big one here is the military. For a long time, women were barred from doing infantry jobs, and there's still a lot of weirdness around that. But I don't want the standards lowered. I just want the same opportunities to be there for both men and women. The draft, segueing into that, I don't think we should have a draft at all. None. Nada. What I will say is that if we do have a draft, yes, both men and women should be required to sign up for it. Bow chicka bow bow. Porn. Porn is one of those things that as long as there are two consenting adults, they should be able to do whatever the hell they want. Film it, sell it, I don't care. Which leads me to rape. Sex is all fine and good until it's not consensual. And no, I don't think that every man is a rapist. And yes, men can be raped or sexually assaulted and all that. The problem that sucks here with men is that because there's this sexist idea that men are too big and strong, rah, 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 to be raped by women, they often have a harder time coming forward and reporting it when it happens. False rape, it happens to both men and women, but I would argue that it's really rare. Prison rape, you know, I don't know why I get accused with this one. Rape is never okay, ever. It doesn't matter if you're in prison, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, it doesn't matter if you're guy, girl, trans, it doesn't fucking matter. Rape, never okay. I don't get this one. No. Sex and alcohol, yes, I will say that not every time someone has sex when they're drunk is it rape. Violence. I don't endorse violence against men. In fact, I think violence is never, ever, ever justified toward men, women, children, etc. And for what it's worth, I will also note that violence comes in more forms than just physical. But why do you talk about all this? It's worse for people in other countries. That's right, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't try and clean up things back home, whether however big or however small that they are. Bottom line, I'm accused of a lot of things when I use the feminist label here on them their internets, and I don't know hardly any women, if any at all. I don't think I know any feminists at all that would really, for the most part, disagree with most of what I'm saying here. So I don't know if it's this straw feminist idea or what it is. That being said, as far as what I am for and what I believe when it comes to all this gender and controversial bullshit, I just want to see equality across the board when that comes to sex, when that comes to employment, when it comes to fucking everything. So I realize that in making this video, I'm still going to get accused of all of these things, but I felt like, why not? You know, there are a lot of sexist things that happen to both genders. I don't think that just because I identify with the feminist label that inherently means that I don't care about these other sexist issues that happen to men around the world, because they're certainly there, and I certainly don't think that feminism and feminist philosophy is the answer to everything, but it does address some problems. That's all I've got, guys. I am going to wrap this up. Sorry that this video is kind of random-ish and maybe a little on the long side, but leave a comment below, or if you want to leave a video response, you can send me a message and I'll link it somewhere below in the description. Until then, Saturday I will be back for Church with Ashley, where we can talk a little bit more in more detail about the blackface video that I just did and the undergarments that have like the locks that are supposed to be anti-rape device. I don't know. We'll talk about that on Saturday on the Justin TV. Until then, follow me at Healthy Addict on the Twitter. I can't talk. Help me, Dr. Bird. I'm going to go away. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.